Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make two types of temperature changing foams while learning about exothermic and endothermic reactions. For the first type of foam, you will need water, baking soda, and vinegar. For the second type of foam, you will need warm water, baker's yeast, and hydrogen peroxide, which can be found at the pharmacy. Hydrogen peroxide can irritate your skin and eyes, so please use carefully with adult supervision if needed. For both experiments, you will need a tall glass or plastic cup, dish soap, a measuring cup, a tablespoon, a thermometer, and optionally, food coloring. To make our first type of foam, mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda with 4 tablespoons of water in your cup. Mix in a few squirts of dish soap and your choice of food coloring. Record the starting temperature. Next, measure out half a cup of vinegar and pour it at a medium speed into the cup to see what happens. The foam may overflow, so you may want to place a tray underneath to catch it. Over the next minute, stir the mixture and keep an eye on any temperature changes. To make the second type of foam, mix in 1 tablespoon of yeast into 3 tablespoons of warm water. You can add your food coloring of choice and a few squirts of dish soap. Measure out half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. Use your thermometer to record the starting temperature. Pour the hydrogen peroxide into the yeast mixture at a medium speed and observe what happens to the mixture and the temperature. If your container is made of a thin enough material, you can actually feel the warmth with your hands. You'll have noticed that the first foam made from the baking soda and vinegar reaction decreased in temperature by a few degrees, while the yeast and hydrogen peroxide increased in temperature. In the baking soda and vinegar reaction, sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda, reacted with the acetic acid, which is in vinegar, to form water and carbon dioxide gas. In the yeast and hydrogen peroxide experiment, the hydrogen peroxide was broken down into water and oxygen gas by the yeast. In both experiments, a reaction happened which created a gas product that gets trapped in the soap bubbles, creating the foam. Here is a general reaction equation. Reactants are the substances we begin with. These are the hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, and baking soda. The yeast does not get used in the reaction itself, but speeds up the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide. Products are the final chemical species that result from the reaction, such as water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. When the reaction happens, energy in the form of heat or light must be used to break the chemical bonds in the reactant. Energy is then released when the chemical bonds within the final products form. Endothermic reactions are when more energy is used than released. The baking soda and vinegar reaction is an endothermic reaction which absorbed heat from its environment as energy. This is why we saw a temperature decrease. Exothermic reactions are when more energy is released than energy used. The yeast and hydrogen peroxide reaction is an exothermic reaction that released energy as heat, which is why there was a temperature increase. Exothermic and endothermic reactions take place around us all the time. The photosynthesis reaction in plants, which requires light energy from the sun, is an endothermic reaction. An important example of an exothermic reaction is the combustion reaction of fuel. When we burn fuels, they release lots of energy that can be used to power homes and cars. In summary, we learned that 1. Energy is required to break chemical bonds and energy is released when bonds are formed. 2. Exothermic reactions are reactions which release energy in the form of light or heat. And 3. Endothermic reactions are reactions which absorb energy from its surroundings. Thanks for watching. Try this experiment out at home and make sure to tag Pueblo Science with your results. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more fun science content. Lastly, comment down below what you would like us to cover next.